Hello everybody, welcome to Haiku Talk. I'm your host, Ben Ga, your friendly neighborhood haiku poet. And today we're going to take a look at a Senryu from the latest issue of Prune Juice, a poem by June Rose Dowis. We'll call it Acclimating. All right, so grab yourself a tasty beverage, sit back, relax, and let's get to some Senryu. Okay, welcome back. This poem is a really nice one, and it's a poem that kind of hits at something that has been showing up in my own writing a lot this year. And I don't know how you are with your own work, but I always find that every year there seems to be one or two things that start showing up in my work for whatever reason. This year it's pace, the pace of things. And so this poem has to do with pacing. And I feel it's a nice piece for a spring day, and a Senryu that that's not too harsh or too edgy, and it's not really too funny either. It's just a nice, easygoing Senryu, very pleasant. And it goes like this: acclimating to its only speed, porch swing. Acclimating to its only speed, porch swing. Again, that's June Rose Dowis from the latest issue of Prune Juice. And Prune Juice is a journal that's dedicated to Senryu and some other forms, but primarily a Senryu journal. And this is just a nice piece. It does sort of use the fragment and phrase formatting, where I would say the phrase would be the first two lines of acclimating to its only speed, and the fragment being porch swing. And let's go ahead and break down the poem line by line and see how it works. So line 1 is the word acclimating. And as you know, I'm a big fan of one-word lines. It's a unique thing that we get to do with haiku and senryu, and every time that I see it and it's done well, I get a little excited. And this is just such a case. And it's also, in this case, it's the action word. It is, in a sense, it's the thing that's happening, acclimating. Now, we don't have any context of what's going on, but we just have that word, acclimating. And it's kind of a curious line. It definitely makes me want to read forward, and it definitely doesn't put me off by the fact that it's just one word and that it's not telling me anything concrete or specific. Sometimes you might think that you don't want to be too elusive or too evasive with what's going on in the poem, because you do, on the first line, you do want to grab people's attention, pull them in, and get them on track to see a moment. With this one, acclimating, it's just an interesting word, and it makes I can't just stay on that word. I have to go further. I'm just compelled to figure out what comes next after that. So after that first line, we go to line 2, and that is to its only speed. To its only speed. Okay, so now we know that we are getting accustomed to, or the thing itself is getting accustomed to its only speed. And whatever this is only has one speed, which is interesting. Again, we don't know what it is yet. We don't know if it's something that we are getting acclimated to, or if the thing itself is getting acclimated to. We don't know. But whatever this thing is, it's got one speed, and it's settling into it. So we go to line 3, which is porch swing. Suddenly, with that fragment at the end, the whole thing pops into place. We have our aha moment, and now we can reread the entire piece and know what's happening and what's going on. So when I get to this last line, I immediately go back and reread the whole moment again, because now I know what's unfolding, and I know where I'm headed, and I know where I'm going to arrive. And so acclimating to its only speed, porch swing. Really nice poem. Really, really nice. And it suddenly opens up my imagination to being on a porch swing and thinking about all of the times in my life I've been on a porch swing and all of the different people I've shared that porch swing with. And it's very true. When you get on a porch swing, you might start out going fast or slow, but you usually always settle into the same kind of easy, strolly pace, where one leg's just kicking, on the ground, you're just moving back and forth very slowly, enjoying the evening, the afternoon, the morning, sometime, but you're there and you're enjoying the moment. And maybe you're in silence, maybe you're having a conversation, and you could be with any number of different types of people or just by yourself. But that's really where the poem opens up and allows you, the reader, to step inside that moment and make it your own. And that's a nice way to think about how these poems are constructed sometimes. When you don't start off with a concrete image, with a fragment up front, and you work your way into it with a fragment at the end, you start with a phrase and end up in a fragment. You kind of have this elusive mystery, and then at the very end, it pops into focus. And suddenly the moment becomes alive and active, and your whole imagination's engaged, and you're really taken somewhere specific. And and this is a poem that it makes me think about a lot of different moments of my life. All of them pretty happy, all of them pretty pleasant. Be it rocking on a porch swing with my grandma when I was a little kid, or last year spending a 4th of July evening with a friend on a porch swing, on a front porch in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or just all of the different porch swing moments between then and now. It really takes me to a nice place, and it's one of these poems that I can revisit time and time again, or just sit with. I'm not going to read it and just move on. I read it and I'm drawn in, I'm slowed down, and I'm pulled into a moment, and then I'm pulled into my own life, and then I'm thinking about things. And that's the gift of haiku and senryu. That's what they can really do, is to cause you to slow down, to take pause, to really take in whether it's your immediate surroundings, or to rethink about a moment that you've already experienced in your past, and to really just consider what happened, what was going on. And in this case, it's a beautiful, hopefully pleasant moment for most people. And so thank you, June, for this wonderful poem. Thank you, Prune Juice, for publishing it. And thank you for tuning in and watching this channel. Please like this episode if you feel so inclined to do so. Subscribe to the channel also if you enjoy it. And if you do like and subscribe, please ring the bell to get notified for future episodes. Thank you very much. Enjoy your pace of your own porch swing, most likely with some sort of tasty beverage. And until next time, peace.